Yes, we can call it a failure because the European Union has been not able to unite and show that it can start negotiations with Albania and North Macedonia. I mean, today it was reflected even in the cancellation of the press conference. They avoid to organize a press conference where they were, supposed to answer to question of journalists because it's a failure. They didn't want to say in the public that it was a failure. It is, in fact, it is, because the French presidency, although has presented a very good proposal for both North Macedonia and Bulgaria, which is considered for the moment being the best one, and that the two parties might compromise on it with some changes, it did not succeed to convince Bulgaria nor not North Macedonia to have a final agreement. We have seen yesterday it was a kind of hope that we could do it today, and today we could have the good news for both countries, but this was impossible because of a political situation in Bulgaria. And today we have also heard the Prime Minister of North Macedonia. He has very specific conditions, and he considered that the French proposal as it stands now is not acceptable. He was very clear in the press conference, but I can tell you that from the European side, they feel sorry, they feel frustrated because they know that the people of North Macedonia are frustrated because they were finally waiting for this, signal from Brussels in order to, agree on negotiating framework and then to open the door and pave the way to the fixing the date for the first IGC. So it couldn't happen. And they say the same, thing for Albania. They are sorry. They feel bad. It's a kind of, bitter taste today in Brussels among European leaders. You have to know that it was a very important summit for them to show that the European Union is a successful story for enlargement. And it didn't do it because, it's so strange today to hear that
now, what is the prospect of this process, of the EU enlargement? I'm not sure whether the diplomats you have contacted in Brussels, they are aware that the French offer or the French plan was practically unacceptable for Macedonians in North Macedonia in the way it was presented, but not officially. I'm not sure whether it was the official plan and offer.
Yes, Biljana, you know that today we have heard it very clearly from the Prime Minister of North Macedonia. This is what I told you. We thought that there was a problem only from Bulgarian side, but that's not true because the Prime Minister of North Macedonia today has explained exactly the opposite thing. He told us in the press conference that, in fact, the French proposals as it stands now, is unacceptable to North Macedonia. So we have a problem, on both sides, on Bulgaria and North Macedonia. And French presidency is really sorry, feels really, sorry that it couldn't make it. But there is still hope. There is still hope because they told me that, they are going to try until the end of the French presidency, meaning the last day, in order to succeed and have the negotiating framework with North Macedonia and Albania approved by Bulgarian political forces and also approved by North Macedonia. So there is hope. There is hope, and maybe we can do it. You know why? Because today it feels really ugly that you have on one side Ukraine and Moldova granted the candidate status. It will be confirmed afterwards. Until now it seems that nobody has a position to that, and you have this, and on the other side, the European Union has been unable, to start negotiations with accession negotiations with North Macedonia and Albania. And some of my colleagues here from EU member states, they told me, that we were thinking about framing our titles like, do we have to go to war to be attacked in order to start accession negotiations with the European Union? And this is very strong because, it translates the whole feeling.
A lot of people are asking themselves the same thing here, and it's very pity. Erisa, I know it's a busy day for you. Thank you very much for your time. We'll see what's going on the next couple of days until the end of this month.
Thank you, Biljana.
All the best.